Willpower. The source of power. The real power lies in inmost silence.
If you want to know how you can remain peaceful while doing something powerful, then I wish to say that you have to understand the meaning of the word powerful. Power means the poise of one's inner being, one's soul. If you have a free access to your inner being, to your soul, then automatically your outer action will be peaceful. You do not have to raise your hands and show off your outer capacity. Here there is no dramatic performance. If you are acquainted with what you inwardly have and inwardly are, if you have free access to your inner being, then automatically you taste the bliss of silence. And if you taste the bliss of silence in your outer action, you will all the time be peaceful. Powerful action is the result of inner poise. This powerful action is not a dynamic force or something that is seen in the movement itself. No, it is only in silent equanimity, in the very heart of silence, that you get this power. If you feel this power and enter into it, then everything is peaceful around you.
Poise is an unseen power, and this unseen power is always ready to come to the aid of the outer action. Power's many forms. Power manifests itself through each individual according to his soul's quality.
Every soul expresses itself and manifests the supreme through some divine quality, through light, peace, bliss, and so forth. We have to know that power can be light, power can be peace, power can be compassion. When we have light, then we will do everything right. When we have peace, then nothing affects us. These qualities can easily be seen as power, because whenever we achieve something or perform something, we feel that it is due to an inner power. With our human mind, we only recognize power in a specific form, the power that breaks or the power that builds. But the subtle power that comes when we prayerfully meditate, when our mind is calm and quiet, is peace, light, and bliss. At that time, how strong and powerful we are. Here we are not struggling. Nobody is striking us. But once we feel that our mind is silent, we will feel that this powerful silence itself is power.
Dig deep. Very often when we think of willpower, we think of it as being inside our head, inside our brain.
We never think of willpower in the heart. We feel that the heart is feminine and the mind is masculine. In the mind, there is a tiger, a lion, or a bull ready to fight. This is our human conception. But it is not true that willpower is inside the head. The easiest and most effective way to cultivate willpower is to concentrate on the heart. For inside the heart is the soul, and the soul's light is willpower, real willpower. Please concentrate on your heart, and then dig there every day. But do not be satisfied with your digging. Today you have dug, and you have come to a certain point. Tomorrow, again, you have to dig further. The deeper you go, the sooner you will feel and see the light. First you feel, then you see, then you become. First you will feel that there is something inside like a very tiny insect. That is the light. Then you will see it with your inner vision or with your human vision. Finally, you will grow into it.
When I dive deep within, I can leave my heart's inner door always open. Cultivating willpower. With willpower, what can we do?
With willpower, we can identify ourselves with God's creation. We can identify ourselves with God's reality. Willpower is conscious identification with the reality that exists or with the reality that is going to blossom. Each individual has a certain amount of willpower, but willpower can also be cultivated. As we develop our muscles, even so we can develop our willpower. But while developing willpower, we have to know whether we are going to use this willpower only to build in ourselves the temple of truth, the temple of light, the temple of peace, and the temple of delight. If this is our goal, then willpower will always be ready to help us, mold us, and shape us into perfect perfection. Willpower can easily destroy our bad thoughts and negate the wrong forces in us. With willpower, also, we can increase the power of our good thoughts and increase our good qualities.
If we use our willpower properly, we can perform miracle after miracle in our lives.
If you have an inner need, and if you value that need, the discipline to fulfill it will automatically come. Spontaneously, you will feel an inner urge to do the needful.
Willpower during meditation. During your meditation, physical willpower enables you to keep your body firm but not stiff.
You will not move to and fro. Your physical willpower will keep you properly stationed in one place. To use your physical willpower, feel that divine energy is descending and flowing like a river all over your body. Vital willpower is the outgoing energy or thought of dominating others. While you are meditating, you may have some desire to show your friends that you are far superior to them. Instead, expand yourself. Feel that you are like a bird, and you are spreading your wings to cover each and every one in the whole world. Mental willpower is operating when you think you know much more than others. Instead, use your mind's willpower to eliminate any thought. The best use of your mental willpower is not to allow any thought to enter your mind. If you use your psychic willpower, which is the heart's will, then you will feel that you have become inseparably one with the rest of the world. During meditation, it is always safest to use your psychic will, your heart's will, and oneness.
We try to pay all attention to the positive aspects of life so that we can muster courage, strength, and willpower in infinite measure. The inner athlete. One takes exercise every day if one wants to be an athlete.
Willpower also has to be cultivated and developed. One cannot have abundant willpower overnight. First, a child learns how to crawl. Then he can walk, and eventually he can run the fastest. When the child is at the crawling stage, he never thinks of running the fastest. It is impossible for him. But through a natural process, he grows up and eventually he starts running. By natural, continuous progress, he gains more and more capacity until he is in a position to run. Similarly, if you have determination and you continue to make inner progress, then you will be able to develop willpower. The best way to develop willpower is through union with God's will. Daily, there may be many unpleasant happenings in your life. If you can accept them cheerfully, then you can increase your willpower. Again, you can increase your willpower by not being affected by the results of your actions. If something takes place, always try to see the positive side of the story.
The inner freedom you get when you identify yourself with something vast. God's will is vaster than the vastest. God's will is infinite, like the ocean. The positive approach. The easiest way to use willpower is to take the positive approach.
Use willpower to do something positive, not to keep yourself from doing something negative. If we say, "I shall not tell a lie," that is important. But if we say, "I shall tell the truth," that use of our willpower is more effective. When we say, "I will not do it," already the negative quality has half its power just because we are thinking about it. If we repeat in our mind, "I will not be jealous," the negative quality that the word jealous embodies ruins our mind, and then we do become jealous. If we say, "I will not be doubtful," the word doubt enters into our mind, and automatically doubt comes. But if we say, "From now on, I shall be totally devoted to God. I shall be faithful. I shall be fully surrendered," these words are very good. Surrender and faith and devotion are very good. If we all the time have positive feelings and make positive assertions, then automatically our willpower increases.
Each good, pure, and useful thought is a solid power for our daily use. The tree bows down. The divine definition of power is self-giving, conscious, constant, cheerful, soulful, unconditional self-giving.
Possessing is a form of power, and self-giving is a form of power. Possessing is the human definition of power, and self-giving is the divine definition of power. Whoever is in a position to give is stronger than one who receives. For example, the tree is in a position to give us fruits, leaves, and everything. When the tree becomes great as a result of its possessions and achievements, the tree bows down. When it offers us all its capacity, it bows down. A tree is a radiant example of how power and humility can go together.
A humility life is inwardly blessed with power limitless. Hundreds of mangoes. A mango tree has hundreds of mangoes.
When the tree bears fruit, at that time it could be very proud because everybody needs its mangoes. But the tree does not become proud. On the contrary, it gives its wealth to us and we are nourished. When we achieve something, our achievement is a form of power, but this power is not destructive. It is a power that feeds. When the tree bears fruit, it offers its wealth to mankind. This wealth we can call power. Whatever helps mankind undoubtedly is a form of power. Humility means oneness with the rest of the world, whereas divine power is the power to give and become one. When we give, immediately we expand our consciousness. Again, on the strength of our humility, we become vast. Vastness itself is power.
When your foundation is humility power, your life edifice can defy measurement. Oneness power. Power in the heart has a feeling of oneness.
The mother is much stronger and wiser than the child, but the mother does not feel that it is beneath her dignity to touch the feet of the child. She knows that she is doing it on the strength of her complete oneness with her child. In the mother's case, her love is her power. Inside her love is the power of oneness. When two ordinary human beings are together, one finds it difficult to touch the feet of the other, because there is no sense of oneness. When there is oneness, there will never be a feeling of superiority or inferiority. An individual does not feel that it is beneath his dignity to touch his own feet. It is no different from touching his own head. His feet and his head are equally important to him. When necessity demands, I touch my feet. When necessity demands, I touch my head. There is no question of superiority or inferiority, because my head and my feet are one. How can we have power and humility at the same time? Think of Mother Earth, which is all around us. Mother Earth is holding all power, but she is so humble. We are doing so many undivine things on earth, but Mother Earth has infinite compassion. She is infinitely more powerful than any individual, but her heart is all forgiveness because she feels her oneness with God's creation.
Boundless joy will never be yours unless you know the secret of secrets, and that secret is your oneness with each human being on earth. The power that loves, the power that dominates cannot solve world problems.
The power that loves can solve world problems. The power that feels insufficient, inadequate, in the absence of one member of the world community can solve world problems. The power that declares, united in the heart's world we stand, divided in the mind's world we fall, can easily solve world problems.
Heart power is the power of love, the power of oneness. A penny of prayer. When you pray most soulfully, you have to feel that inside your soulful prayer, divine power is already there.
You may say that you are invoking power for some special purpose, so you feel that the prayer itself is not the power, but you are making a mistake. Prayer is your power, and the other power which you can invoke from above is God's power. Your power is prayer, and God's power is compassion. How can you best invoke God's power, which will come to you in the form of compassion? You can best invoke God's power by feeling that the power you have is like 1 cent, whereas God is about to give you $100. Again, you have to feel that the 1 cent you have, the power of your prayer, has been given to you by God Himself. If you feel that even the 1 cent you have has come from above, naturally you will show gratitude. At that time, God will give $100 to you. Prayer power is incalculable. It moves mountains easily. Prayer glory is ineffable. It works miracles regularly.
Be a divine hero. Power is indispensable in our inner life.
The inner power is of paramount importance because it is the inner power that tells us that we have to act like supreme heroes, that we have to embody, reveal, manifest, and fulfill the truth. If you do not have the indomitable feeling of power within you, you may easily be lethargic and feel that it is impossible to escape from ignorance.
Always you have to be like a divine hero and feel that your life is for building the palace of truth. Not the power to conquer others, but the power to become one with others. This is the ultimate power.